everyone, and welcome to the Icehouse podcast. Today we are talking with three amazing people: Olivia Bollen, the founder of Taken Care Of; Carollyn Chaplin, she is an Icehouse Coach at the Icehouse; and Martin Welsh at Auckland Unlimited. Thank you guys for being here for our podcast. Appreciate it. It's great. So I thought we should start off with some introductions. So Olivia, founder of Taken Care Of, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your business?
So my name, as you said, is Olivia Bollen, and I started Taken Care Of, a gift boxing company in 2017. I think I was, from memory, 22 when I started.
Awesome.
And basically I was living in Sydney prior to this, working at Spotify in an internship, which was amazing. They offered me a full-time position. I thought this was my dream job. I thought I'd made it. I was so excited. And when they offered me this position, I kind of had a sinking feeling and felt like there was something more, and actually spoke to my business partner and mum, Vicky, about it, and together we came up with the idea of Taken Care Of, which essentially is, if you imagine your kind of classic gift boxing or gifting service where you have cellophane and chutney and straw and hay and things you don't really want to keep, we're everything that's the opposite of that. Everything to make people feel love, connection, care, and taken care of. I
love it. That's awesome. It's such a great overview of it, and I like that you mentioned your business partner Vicky, because she's amazing. So a cool team there, which is great. Martin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Auckland Unlimited?
Hi, thanks, Bryar. Well, my name is Martin. I'm a born and bred Aucklander. I was a senior diplomat in a former life, but I've been working for Auckland Council in various roles since about 2016.
Awesome.
These days I'm part of a team of business and innovation advisors at Auckland Unlimited, which is the region's economic and cultural agency. The work we do includes making sure Auckland businesses thrive, basically. The team I work with offers a free service that connects businesses to resources and opportunities to help them grow and succeed. We support small to medium businesses to access mentoring, expert business advice, and training, and also networking opportunities.
Amazing.
So, well, look, last year we connected with more than 5,500 Auckland businesses, including Olivia's business, with government-funded support. And we also help eligible businesses connect with R&D funding or grants, working closely with Callahan Innovation.
Awesome. That's so cool. And the purpose of today's podcast is to talk all about the connection between Auckland Unlimited and small businesses or medium-sized businesses in New Zealand. Specifically, this sort of connection and relationship came out of the heat of COVID, and then through Auckland Unlimited, Olivia was connected to the Icehouse, and this is where Carollyn comes in as the Icehouse Coach.
Hi, Bryar.
Hi. Carollyn, tell us a bit about yourself and your expertise in business coaching.
Thank you. I started at the Icehouse 10 years ago after a corporate career. And I was able to bring to the Icehouse all the business fundamentals that I learnt after 15 years in telecommunications.
Awesome.
So I enjoy working with, I've worked with, seems like hundreds of inspiring entrepreneurs, but I enjoy the planning side, so enabling my clients to think big and dream, but also put a realistic plan in place to allow them to have the clarity and confidence to take their business forward. So my absolute passion is in brand strategy. So I've developed a process that takes business owners through into developing a brand blueprint, which is what I did with Olivia's business. So that's really capturing the essence of what that business is and connecting it through a value proposition to the target market.
Amazing. So Olivia, COVID hits and you need support, and everyone listening knows that COVID was a massive time for small, medium-sized businesses in New Zealand and definitely around the world. So tell us about how you heard about COVID funding and the process that followed to access, funding for your business.
That's a great question. So essentially, we signed up to every kind of government email service, any notification we possibly could relating to not only what level we were at the time and how everything was changing, but what support we might be able to get and how our business was going to function over the next few months. And essentially we found out about the funding through this email platform. Came into our my emails. I was constantly checking every day to just kind of see what was happening and when we could start operating, because obviously we couldn't operate during level 4. And it seemed like a perfect fit for us. All of the requirements of where your business was financially and what kind of situation you were in, we kind of ticked all of the boxes, and as soon as we found out about this opportunity, applied immediately. And it felt, I can't exactly remember the time frame, but it felt almost like within 48 hours we were on the phone with Martin discussing our situation and me probably venting about what was I going to do. Oh my gosh, can you help me? And I just vividly remember talking to my mum after the phone call, kind of almost in tears, at the fact that there was support for us, and I was just so excited that the situation we were in, there was something that was going to kind of help lift us up and get us through this really tumultuous, horrible time.
Yeah, totally. And Martin, that's where you come in for sure. Man, like you must have been crazy busy connecting business owners with the right organisations and providers. Would love to hear your point of view. So you have a role to find the right support for different business owners, and what were the steps that you took to get Olivia connected and with some help?
Sure, Bryar. Well, yes, it was a very hectic time. Lots of businesses reaching out for support, but really the first step is for a business to register online with the Regional Business Partner Network, or what we call RBP, and Auckland delivers that. Auckland Unlimited delivers that across the Auckland region on behalf of the government. Once a business registers, that triggers a questionnaire going out to the business, what we call a PMQ, pre-meeting questionnaire, and that gets completed, returned to us, and that really helps us understand the current business situation, the challenges that the business owner is facing, and their most pressing business needs, really.
Awesome.
The next step is for the business to meet with an Auckland Unlimited business advisor, like me, to work through the needs and to scope out where support is available. So really that's just the opportunity to really get a good understanding of what the pressure points are or the pain points for a business. And then if the business is eligible for what we say RBP funding, the next job is to match them with a service provider, like the Icehouse, with the right skills and expertise to move the business forward. In this case, Olivia's business had been severely impacted by COVID-19. As Olivia's said herself, it was a pretty tough time, and Olivia needed some wraparound one-on-one business coaching that took a holistic view of her business, including really a business strategy reset because of the impact of COVID, cash flow management and marketing. And I guess that's where the Icehouse comes in, or came in. It's a well-known service provider to us, with a team of business coaches experienced in working with small businesses. So really all I did was to bring the two parties together and provide some funding to cover the costs involved, and the rest was up to Olivia and Carollyn.
Awesome, that's cool. There must have been a lot of listening to different business owners, what they do, where they're at. Was it? Was it a lot of just a whole lot of listening?
Listening plays a big part in that. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. And you did a really great job in connecting Olivia and Carollyn together. So, Carollyn, this is where you come in, the chosen one, we were calling you, the chosen coach. How was the experience for you? Obviously, you're supporting business owners in a massive time of need. What did life look like for you?
Yeah, well, 2020 was obviously a massive time of uncertainty for many business owners. So life was turned completely upside down, and business plans, and it seemed like all the opportunities went out the window, which was a really scary time. People went into survival mode, and we just had to, when people came in, calm the storm and really start to rethink what a new normal looked like, prioritise and think outside the box, really. So when Olivia came in, I could see that she desperately needed a plan, and this was the first part of our work together.
Cool.
So she needed a plan to think through the short-term goals, but also to keep focused on what the longer-term vision was. So we just started that plan, and we worked out what her strengths were and what her weaknesses were. And I could see at the Icehouse we taught to back the owner before the business, and I could see that Olivia was definitely one to back.
Awesome.
So we focused on the strengths, but COVID also gave us time to iron out some weaknesses that were probably going to surface anyway without COVID. So it gave you some downtime, and our sessions helped you to focus on the business rather than have to desperately pedal in the business. So we also scoped out some opportunities, and even though COVID was a really uncertain time, what we found when we got deep into her business proposition was that COVID actually presented some opportunities, because people really wanted to connect and care for each other, and the essence of Olivia's business is through care and connection. So we started to get really excited as our sessions went on that actually, within the hardship, there was opportunity.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. What did the first session look like? Like, was it over Zoom, or was it in face to face at that point?
Yes, it was face to face, and I think given Olivia and I, we just connected immediately.
Yeah.
You were such an energetic, positive, upbeat person, and I just was really excited to be able to work with you, and I could see that there was huge potential in your business and within you and the energy that you brought.
Yeah, I think it was such a relief. I was really nervous going to our first meeting because I didn't know what to expect, and
Totally.
obviously we were in quite a dark kind of period, and I knew of Icehouse and the amazing companies that I'd already worked with, and I was a little bit intimidated. And going in there, during COVID, it kind of felt like all of the doors kept closing continually, one after the other. Talking to Martin and then going into Icehouse, it felt like all of them, like even better doors that we could possibly have had, opened for us.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing, and all I can say is it felt like a business therapy session the first time we met, and it was just such a relief meeting you, because you're so energetic and happy and excited, and can so easily see the positive in the darkness, and it was just such a relief, and I came out of it probably the happiest I've ever felt about our business.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool to hear. Just the instant effect and impact it had on you and your business. That's awesome. Cool. Moving from there, Olivia, what were the benefits of this coaching for your business? We've covered some, but just from your point of view.
I think, as Carollyn said before, really kind of solidifying a plan and looking at this entire situation as an opportunity rather than a negative.
Yeah.
One thing we've often talked about is kind of how we could encapsulate what we were already doing, all of the best parts of it, kind of bottle it up, as you often say, and make a plan forward from that. I think previously, for our first 2.5 years of operating, we were very ad hoc, very reactive to our situation, and a lot of it was on intuition. And while that definitely got us some amazing companies and businesses we worked with and some wonderful experiences, that wasn't a sustainable plan for growth and to support us. So this whole experience, and I think a key part about what we've gained from it, is a plan going forward, and a real sense of brand identity and who we are, and validation of whatever is thrown our way, whether it's an opportunity or something negative like COVID, we know how to react as a business true to ourselves. We know, okay, this is the way forward. There's no deviating from the plan, irrelevant whatever is thrown towards us.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, it just must be so beneficial to be able to go, this is the plan, whatever hits us again, you know, if something was to happen again, you know you've got a plan in place that's a solid foundation.
Yeah, and I think, that whole key of being able to look at a situation and go, okay, what are our opportunities out of this, rather than, I think I was just so bogged down initially when we went into lockdown. It was so hard to see a path out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And felt like you just put all this time and years of work into it, and there wasn't really a way out. And so just to kind of see the whole path cleared, and not only one path but multiple that we could go down was, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Was that the highlight of your experience, or were there any sort of standout highlights?
I have to say, meeting Martin at the event was like a massive highlight. I was just so excited, and like this whole conversation is about connection, and so the fact that we literally all three of us got to connect the dots between these three businesses, and for me to be able to personally thank him and just be in a room with all of these amazing people who had supported us. It was just so, like, such a big highlight. And
that's great. For context, we had an event with Auckland Unlimited and the Icehouse to say thanks for all the hard work over COVID. And so we had Olivia speak with Carollyn, and it was very cool to connect all the dots, which was awesome. So yes, cool highlight,
But I think, another highlight for us definitely in terms of the Icehouse is I think one of the most incredible things that you guys offer is the community and network of not only your coach but everyone else around that. It just feels like being a part of this business, our whole network has expanded so much further than it ever would have with us alone, and it feels like you have this whole kind of backing team behind you, just really kind of rooting for you to do well, and you really want to do well for them as well.
Yeah, that's so cool to hear. Yeah, for sure. Awesome. So have you made any changes, or what changes, maybe some key changes you've made into your business since working with Carollyn?
So one of the main things that I remember Carollyn telling us about was kind of the shampoo bottle of ingredients for your business. And you have the packaging, the ingredients of the actual shampoo, where it's sold, how it's sold, and then the kind of after effect of what that's actually going to do to your hair, how's the product going to work.
Awesome.
And that explanation was just so perfect and kind of literal. And when we looked at our business in terms of, okay, so we have our packaging, our products, our delivery, the after experience, the unboxing experience, the way the sender and the recipient feels, when we looked at it like ingredients, we kind of realized, okay, there's some points here, for example, our inventory system as well as our freight were pain points for us, and they were contributing to creating a negative experience that wasn't our total package.
Yeah.
So through looking at all of it, we actually changed our entire inventory system, which at the time was extremely difficult. But now that it's kind of all finished and we have this incredible system, that Carollyn helped us look at and find, it's been such an amazing help with our processes, as well as changing to a different courier company. We're now with Now Couriers. We have an amazing rep called Ben, who we all love and are obsessed with. And
thanks, Ben.
Yeah, and I think one thing that we really love that Carollyn said is finding other businesses, whether they're clients or providers, that have the same kind of values and ethics and systems and beliefs that we do as well. And as soon as we looked at it in that direction and found other companies that align, it all kind of slotted in perfectly. And they all service us the way we want to service our customers.
Amazing. Yeah. That's great advice. Awesome. That's cool. Okay. So what's next? Are you guys still working together? And in general, what does life look like now?
I think, do we have any more sessions together?
Sure. Yes, I think we do.
I think we have one more session, but I, like long term, whether it's be in the next 6 months or a year, I definitely intend to continue using Icehouse. We want to do maybe some financial work.
Awesome.
So in terms of Icehouse, we will continue. I can't kind of imagine not ever being a part of the Icehouse family. And I couldn't advise to any other business a better service or a better community to be a part of.
Awesome.
In terms of our business plan, the next kind of 12 months, we're intending to find a space where we can have a showroom, workroom, and actual physical store that people can come and shop in. One thing that we love is making the recipient feel amazing, but we also want the sender to feel equally as amazing and be a part of the process as much as they can. So the ability to come in and pick their products in person as well as online is something we really want to achieve, and have a really beautiful streamlined service, however you want to kind of jump into it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Amazing. So, Carollyn, have there been any highlights for you working with Olivia and the team at Taken Care Of?
There have been many highlights. I think as her business coach, the overall highlight is to see Olivia and the team have some clarity and have a pathway forward.
Great.
I think we did a fantastic brand session that was a highlight with your mum, Vicky, and Romy, who are part of your team, and I think that we put in a bottle your values and your essence. And so my advice after that, now we have that, is as you scale and you grow, because you will, to be true to your values and to be true to your brand. And I think you'll go far. But as a business coach of the Icehouse, I think the overall highlight has been able to deliver on the Icehouse brand promise, which is to focus on the practical things, so we could actually implement those things that really mattered in the short term. And I think we've got a great plan now, and it's nice to be able to walk beside you now and help you implement the plan. And when things got tough, and in every business things will get tough, I think we can refer back to that plan and to your brand. It's great to hear that you have benefited from being connected to the network, because
totally.
That's what I love about being a business coach at the Icehouse, is the incredible network and the collaboration that can happen between business owners, past and present, and it gives you a great path forward. I love celebrating your wins, and we've had a few of them over the last year, and I know there'll be more. And I think one of the most exciting parts of working at the Icehouse is to help you dream big, and you have now got a big dream, and I can't wait to see you take on the world.
Oh, so cool. It kind of makes me a bit emotional. But it is so cool, and like you see, Carollyn, what you mentioned, Olivia, around the community and the network, it's I can't believe my role as community manager is my job, because it's just the best seeing other businesses work together, and experts like Carollyn working with businesses, and just seeing that community in motion is something so special. So it's cool to hear from both of you that that's a big thing for you guys as well. So Martin, he is here, he is in the building. How does it feel like hearing that and the relationship and connection that Carollyn and Olivia have, and seeing the relationship flourish? How does it feel for you? You were the one that connected them together.
Well, wow. Yes, that was a great expose of two great forces coming together. And I love the shampoo bottle analogy. That's a great takeaway. But look, to be honest, it is really rewarding to see firsthand the way that small businesses like Olivia's have benefited from the support that is available through Auckland Unlimited and the RBP. And this is proof that really, linking business owners with the right service provider can really deliver great results. Often it's the start of a relationship between the service provider and the business that continues beyond the RBP support that has been arranged, and as we've heard, that's exactly what's happened here. So look, it's really wonderful to see Olivia's business flourishing, and also know that she has the ongoing support of the Icehouse on her business journey.
Yeah, that's great. And what does your role look like now, Martin? So we're outside of the initial heat of COVID. Explain it. What does it look like now? What does a day in the life of Martin look like?
Well, look, it's been obviously a tumultuous year, and things remain very fluid. Last year, obviously, COVID threw a major curveball at Auckland businesses, and from research that Auckland Unlimited did at the end of last year, it's clear there's still a lot of need for further business support. So given that I've been heavily involved with delivering the RBP support here in Auckland, I'm currently looking at how we do use those insights and the knowledge and the connections that we gained last year to identify ways that Auckland Unlimited can continue to support local businesses above and beyond the RBP.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's exciting. Well, following from that, and I'll ask all of you this question, what excites you most about the future? Martin, you can kick us off.
Oh, sure. Well, look, gosh, that's a big question. Look, Auckland is a great city. I love living here. There was a big event a couple of weeks ago, Auckland's Future Now, which brought together a lot of the country and the city's best thinkers and decision makers to really put their heads together around, well, how does Auckland harness its potential to guarantee a more sustainable and prosperous future? And that really did highlight that Auckland has a lot of things in its favour, its youth, its diversity, its scale, and that's also one of the things that has helped Auckland overall be pretty resilient to the economic shock from COVID-19. I mean, the trick is, I think, to really harness the potential that Auckland has, and that's going to take some more really bright thinking and good policy making to carry us through and put us on a track to a really bright future. But certainly I feel very, very upbeat going forward, and the conversation today has really reinforced that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. What about you, Carollyn?
Yeah, I agree. Ditto, Martin. They were great words. I think I am very proud to be an Aucklander, but a New Zealander. I think that the resilience and the unity that we've all showed, as a city and as a country, and even at the Icehouse through this time, makes me really proud and excited. I think that we're resilient. We have got some great opportunities to showcase ourselves to the world through businesses like Olivia's and the businesses, Bryar, that we work with at the Icehouse.
Totally. Yeah, it's exciting. And what about you, Olivia, to sort of finish things off?
I think in terms of our business we're taking care of, I'm really excited to kind of go forth and execute our plan.
Yeah.
I am really excited to see the results of it and kind of put into practice everything we've spent the last, I suppose, year almost talking about. And additionally, even just sitting having this conversation right now, I'm really excited, and I hope that this helps other businesses come and use services like Auckland Unlimited, and it's something I had kind of never even thought about that we might need, or how enormous the benefit would be to us and how amazing the experience has been. And I really hope that I can just continue to be an advocate for both Icehouse and Auckland Unlimited, and the amazing service and offering they have for Auckland specifically and New Zealand in general to help. I mean, we're a country founded on small to medium-sized businesses. That is the essence and kind of lifeblood of New Zealand, and I think both of these companies really enhance that and bring New Zealand further even into the future. Yeah,
that's so well spoken, and a great way to finish, because this conversation has been really inspiring, and this is just one story and there's so many more from every angle. And so thank you for tuning in, and thank you guys for chatting with me today on the Icehouse podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bryar.